Hey guys, I'm Flip Otaku. Welcome back, and today I'm finally reviewing one of my favorite shows, my favorite Tokusatsu show of all time, MegaBeast Investigator, Juspion. Now, MegaBeast Investigator Juspion is the fourth entry in the Metal Heroes franchise, a sad and forgotten franchise in Tokusatsu. And it ran from 1985 to 1986, spanned 46 episodes, and for those of you who don't know, Metal Heroes, we did get some in the States. We got VR Troopers and Big Bad Beetleborgs. They did what Power Rangers did with Super Sentai. They borrowed the suits, they borrowed the fight scenes, and they Americanized it for Western audiences. But what is Juspion, and what's it about? Juspion follows our main character, Juspion, and his parents are killed. He is raised by Ejin, who's a 900-year-old space wizard, and he's joined by his two buddies, Henri and Mia. Now, Henri and Mia don't get as much character development. They're a little bit more hollow characters, but Juspion does get a lot of character development. And they are after Satan Gorth, and they're trying to defeat him from taking over the universe and the galaxy by creating MegaBeast. Satan Gorth looks like a really bulky, crazy-looking Darth Vader type character, and his son, second in command, Mad Gallant, they view themselves as higher beings. They're more important than a lot of things. Satan Gorth does have a true form towards the end, and it's actually one of the cooler kaiju / toku suits I've ever seen put on camera. But what I like about this show is that it doesn't feel formulaic at all. A lot of toku shows fall into a very stale formula, and especially if you're watching a lot of toku back to back, that formula, you can kind of feel it. You can kind of feel, all right, here comes the double parter episode, okay, here comes the love interest episode, oh, there's the guaranteed battle at the end of this show. But no, Juspion will randomly throw a fight with a kaiju, or a MegaBeast, sorry, in the middle of an episode, and then flesh out some more characters at the end, or they'll throw it at the beginning, or of course it's at the end. You never tell where things are gonna go, especially at the beginning, because the first 3 episodes, I think it's 3 episodes, like 3 or 4 episodes, Juspion is bouncing from planet to planet before they eventually land on Earth, and I kind of like that because you see some really cool set designs, you get to see some really cool ideas. And I wish they were a little bit more fleshed out, because those first 3 episodes do feel a little rushed. But overall, I'm really glad that we didn't go straight to Earth, because I was thinking, oh, episode 1, we're going to end up in Earth. No. It took a couple episodes. And then also, I see some fans online talk about episode 6, which is the children episode. I see people talk about how that's not very good. But honestly, that showed me that Juspion is very compassionate and he's very loving, especially towards children, and that honestly made me smile ear to ear. So Juspion goes around, he defeats MegaBeast, he's trying to get after Satan Gorth, and this show is so littered and scattered with so many great characters, so many great side characters, and honestly, this is one of the best written tokusatsus of all time. For instance, there's a character called Samurai, and at face value, he's just a monster of the week type character. But then when you get his backstory, it's a lot more emotionally developed than some main cast tokusatsu characters get in 50 episodes, and he gets it in 1. And the battle and the fight choreography with that character in particular, where Juspion and Samurai are both fighting with samurai swords by a beach, is 1, cinematically beautifully shot, and 2, the choreography is so top notch that I was like, wait a minute, am I watching a samurai film, or am I watching a tokusatsu film or show? And that's what I love about this series, is that it doesn't hold back. And even when the budget is starting to run thin, they're still doing creative things. They're still doing the best that they can with what they have. And Juspion is seriously a blast. It is a blast from start to finish. You get little subsects of bad guys like the 4 Deva Kings, the 5 Space Ninjas. You get great side characters like Boomerang, which honestly, Boomerang did feel like he was a little underutilized. I think he would have been a really good companion hero to Juspion, or like, not like an anti-hero, but like a competitor to Juspion. I really love this show, and some of the MegaBeast designs are just King, Margos, I have it written down here, Sodomin and Borger were 4 that really stuck out to me, that I really like the designs on those kaijus, or those MegaBeasts. Sorry, I keep calling them kaijus. But there are a lot of MegaBeasts. A lot. There's over probably 24 easily. Probably closer to 30. This show is... It's a blast. It's the definition of joy. And Discotek did a fantastic job with the Blu-ray release. Now, it is in standard def, so it's 480p, and it's all crammed on one disc. And honestly, I'm not just saying this because Justin Savakis is a friend of mine. He really did a good job on this. Like, I can't tell if there's any compression at all. And this could also, I mean, these look better than the Sentai DVDs. And that's honestly probably due down to Justin is a wizard, first of all. And second off, the actual quality of the footage that they gave Discotek is probably really damn good. But I am in love with this show. Juspion, they fly around in a ship called Dalion. Sorry, and the music, I gotta, that just reminded me. The music is some of the best music in Toku ever. And I'm not just saying that because it's my favorite Toku show. Guys, go Google Juspion opening. Go Google the Dalion theme song. It's so awesome. It is incredible. And it'll get stuck in your head. Now, this show actually didn't catch on in Japan, but when it was brought to Brazil, it exploded. It became massive over there, so massive that they're actually making a reboot film. I believe it either started shooting last year or it's going to start shooting this year, and within a couple years they plan on putting it out. They're making a sequel movie. There's a comic book coming out this year that's going to be in Brazil. That's a direct sequel to Juspion. It's so weird. I also finished watching Voltus 5. That had a huge following in the Philippines as well. So it's really cool to see these very niche titles gain cult-like status all around the globe. And I'm really glad that Discotek took a risk and put this out. This is the first Metal Hero series that we legally can buy here. And this was my favorite release of the year. And I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. And honestly, this review is just... It was really hard for me to review this critically because there's not a lot of negatives in my eyes. I mean, I could say that Henri and Mia could have gotten a little bit more character development. I do wish Boomerang had a little bit more as well. But overall, this show from start to finish had me smiling. It had me singing their songs. Oh, man. I'm going to leave that in, honestly. That's a pretty funny slip up. You know, I usually skip intros and outros, but here I could not wait to hear those songs again. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys okay with me covering Toku going forward? I mean, I love this series so much. I hunted down an action figure set from 1985. That's how much I love this show. And I have this Gavan figure because it's part of the Metal Hero franchise as well. A little bit of a uniform backdrop to fit the theme of what I'm reviewing today. But guys, this gets my highest recommendations. If I had to give this a score out of 5, this gets a 5 out of 5. This is a near perfect show in my opinion. It's goofy. It can be super serious, some really dark themes at times, but overall it's really goofy and it's just a blast. It's like comfort food. I've watched this now probably 6-ish times, and every time I watch it, I find something new to love. And the 4 MegaBeasts that I have written down here are just my 4 favorites right now. I could watch it tomorrow and pick 4 different ones that I love the designs of. Mad Galliant at one point, like, this is how weird the show gets. Mad Galliant at one point wants to put dolphins into missiles and launch them. Like, just crazy stuff like that. The fight scenes are really well choreographed. And honestly, some of the special effects are really impressive for 1985. And also, Juspion as a character is a fun-loving main hero. And he doesn't feel like he's unstoppable. He feels like he is a human and he could, like, some serious stuff could happen to him. And that doesn't happen in a lot of shows, and I'm really glad it happens here. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm sure all of you watching haven't watched this, but you guys are probably watching this because you've heard me gush about it. And this is going to be probably not my last say on it, but I'm going to try to not talk about it as much. But I really do love this show, guys. This show means a lot to me. I had an absolute blast every time I watched it, and Discotek, thank you. So that's all. That's my final thoughts on MegaBeast Investigator Juspion. I love this show. It was known as Space Wolf Juspion, and then I don't know where the name change came from, because Discotek did work with a subgroup, a fan subgroup called MegaBeast Empire Subs. So shout out to them, by the way. I don't know one of the guys' names, but Lou. You guys have done a great job, and I'm really happy for you guys to see that this release come out. That would, like, if I was doing fan subs and this happened, I would be ecstatic. So hopefully this is the sign for more things to come down the road in the Metal Heroes franchise. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and expect this week my review for Ultimate Muscle. Stay tuned, guys.